Recovery on Air, the official podcast of Crossroads Addiction Rehabilitation. Candid discussion about addiction and recovery with the people who have lived it, along with input from experts on the journey from struggle to triumph. Laugh, cry, and be inspired. And now, your host for Recovery on Air, Christin Day.
Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Recovery on Air, where we talk about the good, the bad, the miracles. I actually had brought a guest that I had last year when I first started doing this podcast, but I'm bringing him back for a new episode because so much has happened, and we're going to talk about it. But this is a really close friend of mine in recovery. He's like my brother from another mother. So, Tony, welcome in. Hey, buddy.
Thank you, ma'am.
I love you.
I love you, too.
You know, we were only audio last time, so now we get to be visual, and they get to see your pretty face.
Yeah, no big deal.
You get to show it off, so I'm super excited. Before we get into, like, the work stuff, I just want to talk about, you know, your story and what it was like, because you've been through some shenanigans.
Yeah, got a little weird.
Let's make it real weird.
I mean,
what was childhood like?
Childhood was crazy.
Yeah.
I'm the product of two addict and alcoholic parents, right?
Yeah.
Mom, she had co-occurring disorders. So she was bipolar, manic depressive, alcoholic addict.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was rough for her, you know, like, you know, she left when I was about 3 and she never really made it back. I saw her a handful of times throughout my life. But I was always kind of waiting for her to show back up to rescue me, you know? And she never really found the solution that I know of. So, you know, it was rough for her, I imagine. My pops, like, he was in recovery when I was born.
Okay.
So my dad had a mass amount of kids. Like, we counted one time, it was like 18 we came up with. It could be a lot more than that. Yeah. Papa was a Rolling Stone for real, you know? But actually, he was in recovery when I was born. So
like did AA and everything?
Yeah,
okay.
He was in the program. He had like 4 or 5 years sober.
Yeah.
He was a substance abuse counselor at an adolescent treatment center in Seattle. And you know, far back as I can remember, I've been in the rooms. You know, I just didn't know it was the rooms. It was just a bunch of weirdos smoking cigarettes, drinking coffee. You know?
Ugh.
But it was cool though.
Yeah.
So, you know, like my pops did the best he could to take care of a young kid. You know, like my brothers and sisters, like they're really like every element of the criminal lifestyle, right? Like everything from pimps and prostitutes to robbers to killers to all of them, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, the thing about it though is my brothers and sisters, they loved me. Like they really did love me. Like I knew that they loved me.
Were you the youngest?
I'm the baby.
Okay.
My closest sister is 15 years older than me.
Wow.
And she was more like a mom than a sister, you know?
Sure.
But they showed me love by things.
Yeah.
Right?
Like buying you things?
Buying me stuff. Toys. Like you got a couple dollars, like, you know, in the 80s going to the store, you're the man.
You're the man.
Right?
For sure.
So that's what I recognize as love, right?
Gotcha.
And then around like 4 or 5 years old, my dad ended up marrying this lady. And you know, unfortunately, like this lady she just didn't like me.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know if any of these guys ever had one of their parents end up in a relationship with someone that didn't like them, and she showed me, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, and it sucked, you know, like I went through all forms of abuse as a kid. Right? And actually, even on the way here today, I was thinking about that part of my life, and I don't even necessarily know that she knew what she was doing.
Right.
You know, I don't know that any of us knew what we were doing, you know? And it kind of just helped me to let that go a little bit more.
Absolutely.
Like maybe you didn't even identify that as abuse.
Is she still in your life today?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know personally, like I just went through that, you know, when my little brother passed away and I got to go to California and spend, you know, the weekend with my dad and my stepmom. And my stepmom's got Alzheimer's and dementia, nonverbal, like, you know, but I got to make an amends because I don't think that they realize, especially in the era that we were in. I mean, I'm an 80s baby too. So I don't think that they realized the damage that they were doing to us, you know, and us being outcasts. I'm not your child, so you just, you know, I'm like the redheaded stepchild.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
and
right?
that's how it was for me too. But now I get to, you know, I guess I held on to a resentment for so long. And my husband's like, "Did you make an amends?" And I was like, "Shut up." You know what I mean? But that's why I ask if she's still in your life, because those are things that we hold on to but don't know that they still hurt us.
Well, one thing that I've recognized about that particular situation is, right, like, you know, they've already passed away. Like, they're already gone.
Yeah.
I'm the only one still carrying this resentment,
Right.
you know? And slowly but surely, I became better at processing things in general, like letting go of stuff. And I've gotten to a different place now, but it took a lot.
Oh, absolutely. I
Like-
mean, even looking back from where we were last year to where we are today,
Bro, this last year's been crazy.
crazy.
And that's where it all, like, to look back on this childhood where, you know, I didn't know what I was supposed to do. I had no direction. I didn't really have any kind of positive role models or influences or anything like
Right.
that. It's no surprise that it created, you know, this teenager that was just miserable and
Rebellious.
low self-esteem.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, like,
sure.
really, you know, I wasn't exactly bucking the system, but like inside I was like coming away at the seams.
Absolutely.
You know? And then that's what led me, you know, to using, you know,
For sure.
like,
How old were you when you first used?
when I first used my first use was marijuana.
Okay.
I was about 12 years old in the 7th grade, right? Like, the kid on my football team, his dad sold weed.
Okay.
Right? So, he stole
Pinch a
some
little
weed from his
sack,
dad.
yeah.
We pinched the sack,
Yep.
you know? And, I knew I wasn't supposed to smoke weed though,
Right.
right? Because, you know, I was watching the health videos in class and I was pretty sure I was getting ready to die because I used to always see that video of little Johnny athlete gets high one time, overdoses, he's dead, right? So, like, we're on our way to the lake to go and smoke. And, you know, we get down there and we have a little sneak a toke and, you know, you can put a crumb in there, hit it like 92 times.
Right.
And we're passing the bowl around and these guys are having the time of their life. And I'm scared to death because I'm going to be the first one to overdose off a crumb of weed. Like, this is happening, right? And so, like, we get done and I'm in Seattle, right?
Right.
So, you know, it gets dark at like 4 p.m. Like, I'm walking through the woods and there's bears and lions in the woods.
And you're just
like,
tripping.
right? And then, like, I'm the neglected kid, so I get home, there's no snacks or anything. I got the munchies. I
Right.
get like some sugar toast, you know, some syrup bread. You know, that's all I had. You know, I didn't like smoking weed.
Right.
Like, it wasn't fun to me.
It wasn't fun.
But alcohol was a little bit different though.
Okay.
Like, you know, coming into it was my freshman year in high school. I was about probably 13 years old.
Right.
Like, going on 14, somewhere around there. And you know, this kid invited me to a party. And my freshman year of high school, like, I was annihilated by then. My dad got sick actually when I was about 10. So, like, I went through a lot of like neglect. Like, I wasn't
Gotcha.
getting hygiene. Like, my clothes were all beat, right?
Yeah.
Like, I was like neglected. And, you know, kids are savages. Like, you walk into school looking bummy, like, they're gonna tell
make
you,
fun of you.
right? Yeah,
For sure.
So, you know, this kid invited me to this party, and this is around like when Men's Society and Boys in the Hood was
Okay.
hot. So, like, all of America was Crips at this time.
Yeah.
Like, Lil Wayne wasn't here yet. And we got like the real G stuff
Yeah.
to drink, St. I's OD, right? And we get to
Pour
this.
some out for my homies.
Yeah, right. Yeah, for real. That's the best year that song came out.
Yes.
The Gangstaline. Yeah.
Yes.
Like, we were probably bumping it at that party.
Absolutely.
And you know, but the moment that liquor went in my system, boom, it was instant.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't scared. I didn't have any anxiety. I wasn't worried about the past. Like, I was
Right.
just right there in the moment. Like, there's little chicks at the party. I'm shooting my shot.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I didn't get any though. But it was cool though.
But you were okay.
I
you
probably
know what
told
I mean?
everybody I did because I was a liar.
Right.
Like,
Absolutely.
talk about that later, right? My amazing football career and everything, but that never happened.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
For sure.
But, you know, but that's what it was though, right? Like, I didn't like who I was. I didn't like how I felt. I didn't like my thoughts, right? And now I've recognized that this alcohol will take me out of this place,
For
right?
sure.
And I always talk about it in my share, like, in Bill's story, when he's walking into that old English town, right? And he's passing that sign, here lies a grenadier, he caught his death by drinking beer. And Bill's like, oh, ominous warning of sorts, right? Like, maybe if I just stop right here, then, I could avoid a whole lot of drama.
For sure.
But, me, at the end of the party, I throw up everywhere, all over the house, everywhere except in the toilet.
Yep.
And, I have this allergic reaction to the substance, but that ain't stopping me because I like how it changed how I felt.
How can I do it and not throw up next time?
Just got to get away with it, right? So,
For sure.
Throughout high school, like, I bounced around a lot.
Okay.
I lived in Vegas. I lived in Seattle. I lived on the Wind River Reservation in Wyoming, right?
That's why you like the sea chickens.
We're not going to get into that right now. You guys get one win, all of a sudden, we're chickens, right? Like, leading in the NFC West.
I love it.
That's cool.
It's
I get
okay.
it. I understand.
It's all right.
Like, God has shown me grace, right? Like, how I could show someone grace. So you get to celebrate today. But yeah, like, throughout high school, like, I recognize that, if I get to one of these parties and get a little bit of liquor in my system, then it'll change how I feel right now, right?
Gotcha.
This thinking problem that I have, like, when I don't like how I think and I don't like how I feel, I could change it with this liquor. And I'm trying desperately to figure out how to get away with it, because every time I do, I end up peeing in someone's laundry room or throwing up on the couch, right?
For sure.
And I've always been that way, always a blackout drunk from the beginning.
Me
right?
too.
So, I go through this whole thing, and this leads me into my young adult years, right? 18, I make a choice. I'm like, I don't want to be in Seattle. It's wet and miserable. I don't want to go to Wyoming. It's like negative 30 degrees in the winter.
Yeah.
But in my delusional mind, right? Like, because that's what it talks about in the doctor's opinion. Like, I'm a delusional sort, right?
Absolutely.
Like, my brothers and sisters are ballers. Like, I'm going to go to Vegas. They're going to give me a little bit of dope. And I'm most likely going to be the next Pablo Escobar.
Hell
right?
yeah.
Like, and I believe this, right? So I go from Seattle to Vegas. And when I get there, I'm in for a rude awakening.
Vegas will eat you up and spit you out.
Well, and they had already spent 20 years in their disease, so it already ate them up and spit them out.
Got you.
So now I'm looking at it like the progression of this disease, right?
Yeah.
Like now it's progressed for 20 years, right? And they're shot out.
Yeah.
And I got no reinforcements coming, right? And I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Right? Because here I am, 18 years old. Like, I came down here for reinforcements. There is none. And now I'm left to my own devices, right? I got to figure this out.
And we're going to run that shit down real quick.
And this is the thing, like, some people are raised to not know any better, right?
Right.
Like, they think that it's okay to steal, to sell dope, to hurt people, right?
For sure.
I've always known that this isn't okay. My brothers and sisters always taught me, like, you could do the right thing or the wrong thing, and this is the right thing, and this is the wrong thing. Do as I say, don't do as I do. Right? So here I am, like, I got to get out here in the streets and make it, knowing that it's the wrong thing, because I'm not little Johnny athlete that got the scholarship, right?
Gotcha.
Like, I'm not, old boy that's mom bought him a car when he was 16 and set him up for success, right? So even though this is wrong, for people like me, this is all I got, right? So I get out there and I make it happen,
We gonna make do.
I use the alcohol to keep me numb, so I'm not feeling bad about what's going on.
What's going on?
And then the natural progression of that happened,
When did you start going to jail?
The first time I went to jail was right when I turned 18.
Okay.
Like, I got the bright idea to steal a car.
Hell yeah.
That didn't work. Like, it was a stick shift. We stole a stick shift car.
And you didn't know how to drive?
And didn't know how to drive a stick shift. And stalled out in front of the cop.
Hell yeah.
And my boy Reese, rest in peace, like, Reese passed away a few years ago due to the disease.
Damn.
He stalled out in front of the cop, man. And then
Did you guys try to run?
He was so smart. He ran, right? But I jump out the car and I freeze like a deer in the headlights, right? Like oh. It took me to jail for like 8 hours. Let me out. I'm never doing this again.
Scared,
Right?
never doing that.
Didn't stop me, right?
For
so
sure.
that's like, it was always just something real dumb I would go to jail for, Just
Gotcha.
stupid. Like stealing a bottle of liquor, like just some weird, lame stuff. I have no cool war stories about jail when I was young,
But you got cool war stories later on when you went to jail.
Well, this disease is progressive.
For sure.
Right? So what ended up happening, actually, I got shot when I turned 21. And right then, I hit kind of a crossroads, right? For lack of better ways to put it.
Yeah.
Like,
See you
I
at the
decided that...
Sorry, that's what I think. Like, getting shot and
all that.
Bone Thugs comes on.
I decided that if I stay blackout drunk, like fighting everybody, I'm probably going to end up getting killed.
Yeah.
So drug dealing was the way to go.
Okay.
Because if I have all the money, then everybody's going to love me. Everybody
Right.
loves the plug, right?
For sure.
And at this point in my life, I identify as an acute user, right? Because there's that temperate user, like that dude that can go to the bar, drink a half a beer, he goes home, makes it to work the next day.
Must be nice.
Yeah, like not me.
Not me.
Right?
Not me either.
But I'm proud of them though.
Hell yeah. Love them where they're at.
But an acute user, right? Like now I'm able to put down the bottle if a good enough reason pops up, right?
Okay.
Like, I got this good job, like I'm not going to drink anymore, right?
Yeah.
And I'll last a little bit. Or this girl, right? I'm not going to treat this girl like a douchebag, like the last dude, right? I'm
Yeah.
going to love her and protect her and everything, right?
For sure.
I drink again, right? Or the babies.
The babies come.
Because if you go back to when I helped create those boys, and if you'd have asked me, do I love them? Am I going to protect them? Am I going to make sure that they're okay? I would have said
Absolutely.
yes, and I would have passed the lie detector test.
Right. For
'Cause
sure.
I believed it, right?
For sure.
But what I've learned in my life is these finite things of the world, they're not enough to keep me sober.
For sure.
So, that's what happened. Like I traded the alcoholism for the money. I started to get things, right? Houses, cars. Like I'm a baller, like a legit baller. And I was more empty than I was before. I was never happy. I was always miserable. I'd have bits and pieces of happiness, right? But
Right.
no joy, right? No like inner joy.
Right.
And I just got more and more miserable. And then what I didn't recognize was, even though this money would keep me sober for a while, 3 years, 6, not 3 years, that never happened. Told you I'm not a liar no more. 3 months, 6 months, a year.
Yeah.
Right? Like I was still in the streets selling dope.
Yeah.
And like I'm witnessing more and more trauma. My best friend's getting murdered, like I'm seeing people going away for life sentences, right? And I'm not recognizing this trauma is affecting me, right?
Right.
And then pretty soon I get PTSD, start having anxiety, palms are sweating, my heart's racing, I'm gonna have a heart attack, I gotta go to the hospital. Like, no, you're just crazy.
Yeah.
Take this pill.
Take this pill. You'll be all right.
Xanax. I made it.
The mind eraser.
Right?
Love it.
'Cause you pop that Xanny, then all of a sudden I'm not sad, I don't have anxiety,
Right.
I'm not scared, I'm not happy, I don't feel love, I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
But this is what a man is supposed to feel, right? And again, just like recognizing, like the abusers from my childhood, right?
Right.
Like, I believe that a man doesn't show fear, sadness, anything like this, or you're a sucker. My
No
brothers
crying.
were taught that.
No.
My dad was taught that from
Right.
his dad, right? And it's a generational curse, right?
Absolutely.
So how was I supposed to know if I didn't have anybody to
Don't
show
know
me?
if you don't know.
Nah.
Right.
So then that, actually was like a quantum leap for my disease, right?
Okay.
Because now I went from alcohol to pills. I mean, I dibbled and dabbled with meth and things like that.
Yeah.
But I wasn't a tweaker, right? Like, I'll just stay up for a night. We'd build some little studio. Like, I'd be a rapper for 24
Hell
hours
yeah.
or something. Like, I was hard, right? I wasn't hard.
Killer.
Listen to it the next day, you're like, oh, that was
That was
stupid.
horrible.
Yeah, right? All distorted and everything.
Right.
We're using a tape recorder and a boombox.
Hell
right?
yeah.
Like, I think we all did that.
God,
at one
we're
point or
really
another.
showing our age right now, bro.
Yeah, it's all right. It's fine. Age like fine wine, baby.
Yes.
But yeah, like, and then it just kept manifesting, and then the real jail sentence came, right? They hit me in 90 days. It's like 90 days.
What am I going to do?
I joined a cult.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I got into jail. I turned my life over to God. I cut off all my side chicks. Like I was locked in.
Yeah.
I'm going to pray. I'm a Bible study. I'm going to worship, right?
Do all that.
Like, and when I get out, I'm going to stick to this routine because in the Bible, it says right here, God will provide, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to get out here and I'm going to do this and he's going to provide for me. I'm moving to Phoenix. I had already been married, right? Like, you know, my son was down here. I'm going to at least be a dad to one of these kids, right? And I get down here and I was still me. Not a single life
That geographical change is not going to help you.
It didn't pop how I thought it was going to pop, right? And I was just me out here and then, you know, now I'm in these streets of Phoenix and things got weird.
Yeah.
Right? Like
absolutely.
I'm not selling the cool kid drugs anymore, like ecstasy and weed and coke.
Right.
I'm selling heroin and meth. And this is horrible. Yeah. Right? Like my house is looking like a busted Best Buy.
Yes.
Don't nothing work.
The
right?
trap house.
I'll get that cord later. It's all good. You know, and then, you know, I started dibble and dabble, right?
Yeah.
But nothing crazy.
Getting high on your own supply.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we did, right? But I wasn't like you, right? And then 2014, I ended up getting ran over. You know, this dude, he hit me with a truck. He drugged me 500 feet, then he ran my face over.
Wow.
I was in a coma for about 3 weeks, a little over 3 weeks. I woke up in the slopes at John C. Lincoln.
Damn.
Reborn.
Wow.
Right? And now I don't have to worry about alcohol anymore. I got all the pills. Yeah. And the doctors gave them to me, so they're okay.
So they're okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So over those next 90 days, I ate more pills than Pac-Man. Right?
Let's go.
And then one day, you know, the natural progression of the pills happens. Like, you know, one of my buddies shows up. I'm all sick from not having the pills. He gives me a tray of heroin. And the thing was, like, and I would joke about this a lot, and I'd put my boy on blast in rooms of 500 people or more. Right. But he was just being a friend. Right. He saw me sick. He only knew this, right? So he gives me that tray of heroin, and I smoke that tray of heroin, and boom, I'm instantly better, and I'm pissed. Yeah. Because I'm like, why didn't I just do heroin the whole time instead of buy all those pills? Right. Like, my logic was just so off, right? And then only a weirdo does heroin without meth. Boom.
Right. Boom.
I qualify.
Now we're good.
Right?
Now we're on. And
then that year, I caught all the felonies. I didn't have a single felony up until that point in my life.
Just misdemeanors.
Just misdemeanors. And in 2014, I caught all the felonies. Like, I got page 2'd so many times when I finally got locked up. I got page 2'd from December of 2014 until about November of 2015. Jesus. Like, me and the booking lady were like that. Jesus. Right? And then, you know, I hit the yard, and all the yard things happened, right? It sucked, man. Yeah. Like, I'm by myself. I'm out here. I'm struggling. Like, I got no homies on the yard, right? Not a single friend, right? I'm strung out. Like, I'm broke. I'm miserable. I'm defeated. I'm partially handicapped because I just got 47 fractures, right? Wow. And then I get the divorce papers in the mail. And when those divorce papers hit, I was sick. Like, how are you going to divorce me? Like, I'm in prison. I got all this stuff going on, right? Not for a second did I think I cheated on you 100 times. Right. Drug you through the mud, lied to you, manipulated you, hurt you any way that I could, right? No,
I am the husband of the year.
What about me?
What about me? For sure.
I'm literally the poster child for who you divorce, right? But me, I'm selfish, self-seeking, self-centered.
How could you do this to me?
It's all your fault.
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
So that's what I did the next 3.5 years. I just had a pity party and ran myself into the dirt, right? And didn't do a single ounce of work on myself, right? And then I got out, and the same thing happened again, right? Except I'm so smart, I'm not going to sell dope in North Phoenix. I'm moving to Mesa, right?
Mesa.
Brilliant, right?
Mesa caught up real quick.
Really quick. It took about 11 months.
Okay.
You know, and it was so crazy because even when I got raided, like, I was like, oh, they didn't find anything. They only found 3 Suboxone strips. I'm fine, right? I got 3.5 years for 3 Suboxone strips.
Jesus.
Not for the Suboxone itself, right? But because I'm on all these probations, like, I have a past, right? Even though it never caught up with me, right? Like, I'm not contributing anything to society at all, right? Like, I'm not even being I'm not a good man.
Right.
I'm not even a decent man. I'm not even trying to be a decent man.
Right.
So, but this time, you know, I hit the jail, and I did what all the real ones do, right? Mama, help me.
Help me.
Right? Because I'm
sure.
very fortunate to have this mom that I have. Like, my mom took me in from the neighborhood when I was young. She's loved me my whole life, no matter what I did, right?
Right.
And she told me straight up, she's like, baby, I love you. Like, I'm always going to love you. I'm always going to care about you. I could deal with you doing A and B, but I'm not dealing with no junkie.
Yeah.
You better figure this out.
Yeah.
And she didn't talk to me for a year after that.
Damn. How long did you get your next sentence?
3.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's when you ended up on North Unit?
That's when I got to North Unit.
Let's talk about North Unit.
So, you know, it was really ironic. I was at North Unit before, and I used to see everybody in recovery.
Right.
But I was like, I was too cool.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm
Like,
not doing that shit.
Yeah, that was dumb.
For sure.
Like, why would I do
They're
time
stupid.
sober? So, but this time I was on my way there, I recognized it as another chance, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, I'm telling everybody, like, it's so amazing. There's jobs there. You could program. There's people that go to these meetings.
For sure.
Like, people are sober, right? So that's what I was going to do. And as soon as I hit the yard, like, one of my buddies shows up. He's like, what's up, bro? You still messing around? I was like, kind of. I was high,
Yeah.
right? The real question is, how did I expect to not get high in that moment, though, right?
Right.
I had no first line of defense. But that night, you know, it was July 26, 2019. That's my sober date, right? I was sitting on my bunk. I'm in a tent. It's it's July in Arizona, right? It's like 115 degrees outside, right? I'm sweating, and I'm like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I didn't know how I was not going to do it, but I couldn't do that time like that again. Well, the next morning I walked in to an orientation. I see this dude, Jason, right? And the last time I saw him, he was shot out, right? And it talks about this in the doctor's opinion. Like, this man resembled the man I used to know, but right there, all resemblance stopped, right?
Right.
And he has confidence and esteem, and he's on fire for recovery, right? It's like, yeah, bro, I've been clean for a year now. My wife gets to come every weekend and bring the baby, and you know, I'm still in prison, but life's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And I was like, how can I do that?
Yeah.
So he showed me. He walked me into my first meeting. I walked into that meeting. I saw like 4 or 5 other dudes that had, you know, they were shot out too, and now they're clean, right? And they gave me a piece of paper to read, and it was an NA meeting, right?
Okay.
And when I started reading this piece of paper, something inside of me broke, right?
That's me. For sure. For sure.
Like, I just couldn't stop the tears.
Yeah.
Got filled with guilt and shame. I was scared to look up at everybody else in the room because I knew they were judging me while I was reading that piece of paper.
Right.
But by the time I looked up at everyone in this room and I looked them in their eyes, it was a reflection of God. I didn't know it then, right?
Right.
Because I didn't know who God was at all.
Right.
All I knew is there was something, but I didn't know who God is. But that was God looking at me with compassion and understanding and empathy. And still to this day, I have some of my guys that were in that room that are still, you know, maintaining long-term sobriety, and they remember that day, and they told me afterwards, right? Because, you know, after the meeting, all these weirdos start trying to hug me, telling me it's cool, and I'm like,
You're
get off
like,
me, this is
"What?
weird.
Don't
right?
touch me."
Yeah, but they saw it,
Yeah.
and I started working the steps with that guy, right?
And I always say, like, North Unit, you know, we got a Facebook page for you guys, everything. That clique is very, very tight. And the shit that happens on that yard is amazing.
Yeah, the things that happened on that yard were nothing short of amazing. I ended up getting a job with Miss Franz, right?
Okay.
She was the moderate treatment counselor. And I would sit there early in the morning, like, you know, when I get there before everyone else.
Yeah.
And she would just talk to me for hours, you know, and I'd cry and like, you know, spill my guts to her just about everything.
For sure.
And it helped me to get honest, right? Like, about everything. Because that was the thing, like, I was such a bad liar, right? Like, I lied about everything. Like, I played arena football, college football. I was on the practice squad for the Seahawks, right? I was so bad that if I heard something in your story, I'll put it in my story. It'd just be our story, right? I say it all the time. Like, I was so
Sounds
bad at
better.
lying, right? But once I got honest and I came clean with everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly, I got free.
Right.
Right? And, you know, it talks about it in the book. Very few are so fortunate as to be able to dedicate all their time to this program. I'm in prison for 2 more years. I got a little bit of time. Right? So, you know, I finished my steps. I sponsored other dudes. I kept programming. I had a little lull in there for a minute when I got a little bit sick. Probably was really close to relapsing. One of my buddies, Jeff Ivan, pulled up on me one day and helped me snap out of it, right? Wow. And I'll never be able to.
Yeah.
I can't say thank you enough for that,
right.
You know, because that got me ready for out here, right? And then when I got out here, you know, I walk into New Freedom, crying.
Right.
Been crying my whole recovery, right? All emoed out.
It's okay though.
It is.
It is okay to cry.
I got to run into you and Ian and everybody at the spot, Stefan and BMO.
Right.
Shout out Spot Sober Lounge.
Right.
Like, I really feel like I was reborn again there. Because, like,
For
you know,
sure.
like when I walked in, I tell you all the time, like, I was like, I'll never be friends with them. I'm not good enough. You know?
It's just wild to me.
Ian's at my first share, and I'm like, oh, man, he talked to me. He actually knew my name. Right? All fangirled out, right? And,
I love it.
And, you know, I've so many people in my life are, I came across at the spot, right?
Yeah.
That are my family now.
Absolutely.
Faith over fear, right?
Right.
Like, you know, everyone, like, I'm so grateful for them. And then this career that I've been able to enjoy.
Let's talk about that. So last year you were with another company. This year you're with a completely different.
It's a complete different look.
Yeah.
Right? And I'll get a little bit vulnerable, right?
Right.
I didn't know what was going to happen.
Right.
Right? Like, I came from, you know, the old company and the imposter syndrome kicked in. I was like, did I just get lucky? Was that all just luck?
For sure.
Like, how am I going to do that again? Right? I can't.
Yeah.
And I started to doubt myself, right?
Not good
and then,
enough.
not at all. I'm not good enough at all, right? And then between, you know, Kat and Stefan and, you know, I got a CODA sponsor and a service sponsor. I really think it was my service sponsor, right? His name's James C.
Okay.
And I was talking to him one day, and I was like, how am I going to do this again? Like, how am I going to do this?
Yeah.
And he was like, you're Tony Johnson. When you walk in a room, you make the room better, you know? And he planted the seed, and then I gave it up to God, right? So, Kai, I recently made a choice as far as what my spirituality is.
Right.
It took me 6 years to get there, and it's very important for me to let people know if you're a newcomer and it takes you a while to get your exact idea of what God looks like, it's completely fine. That's between you and your God, right? But I chose to follow Jesus, right? And in that choice, I had to go to Jesus, and I was like, look, man, if I'm supposed to be doing this, it's cool. If you need me to do something else, that's cool too. And I was crying.
Can we talk really quick? Because I was there the day that, honestly, you like gave your life to Christ. You know what I mean? And it was a big deal before you even got baptized. I remember that day and us sitting in the second row and
when I cussed in church.
Yeah, and you were like, "What the fuck?" Like Pastor Dan, you know, and he was praying and then came over and was talking straight to you, and you were like, "What the fuck?"
You remember what he said? I'll never forget it. He stopped. He was walking and he stopped. And he looked at me like, he was like, I knew you were going to be back. He's like, what you have in store for you is amazing, but it's not going to be easy though.
Right.
But I knew you were going to be back. And he walked off and I was like, fuck. in church.
Right.
Oh, man.
And we're like,
But-
oh, man,
So-
here we go.
So that brought me to this point, right? And that actual moment and that day, I was annihilated.
Right.
Remember? Like, you're
Yep.
like, are you okay? I'm like,
Nope.
no,
Nope.
I'm
No,
not,
I am
right?
not.
Well, now I'm in a better headspace, but I asked God, right? Like, what's supposed to happen? And I gotta know that He's gonna do what He does,
For
right?
sure.
So I didn't really want to say that, but I knew I needed to say that. What am I
Absolutely.
supposed to do? Hands up, right?
Right.
And God walked me into this meeting with this man named Oliver and his wife Keisha at Mercy Center of Arizona, and I sat down and I had a conversation with these people, and they were my people.
And you cried in the interview.
If I don't cry in the interview, I don't want to be there.
Right. Absolutely.
You know? And
And your life changed.
we sat there
even
talking
more.
for a couple hours, and this is such a different look because we're doing reentry now, right?
Right.
So I get to help dudes
Your
getting
people,
out, right?
for
Yeah.
sure.
And you know, I was talking to him the other day, and I was like, a Tony Johnson is gonna come out of prison, right? And he's gonna run into me, and I'm gonna be able to help him with a few things,
Right.
just a couple things. Just give him
Right.
some nudges and let him grow, right? And God's gonna activate in his life, and he's gonna take off. And 6 years from now, he's gonna come back like, "Hey, Tony, like I'm grateful for you. I'm very grateful God sent you."
Absolutely.
Right? And it's gonna be another one of those amazing things I get to see.
For sure.
There's been a lot of not amazing things that have happened.
In the last year.
Like, you know, a kid, Kenny Nez, passed away
Right.
recently. Nikki unfortunately passed away.
Right.
He was like my little boy.
Right.
The same day that Nikki passed away is the same day that I got this job. I started the job that morning. Nikki passed away that night.
Right.
I haven't even really fully been able to grieve it yet, you know? But that's the blessings of this program too.
For sure.
Because this isn't how I normally handle things,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
It's important, you know, for people to know that we are humans.
And
'Cause
it's okay to not be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, you know, it's so crazy, you know, like I was just saying in the elevator, I need people that pray behind my back, not pray behind my back, you know?
Right. Not PREY, PRAY.
Please,
Please.
right?
For sure.
Like just if I love you, just love me back.
Yeah.
You know, and also it's completely okay to recognize, you know, that certain people might be a little bit toxic, and maybe it's just not healthy to have them around right now, and I gotta love them from a distance.
For sure.
But one thing that I've been really uber focused on lately is just because we have differences doesn't mean that I have to hate you,
Right.
right? If I love you, I love you, right? I don't quite unlove people,
Right.
right? It just means I can't have you around,
Yeah.
you know? And maybe you got some work to do, maybe you don't. Maybe I got some work to do. Like, it could be a whole bunch of different variables to it.
For sure.
But at the end of the day, I stay connected to God, I work my program, and I help people. And life's a lot more amazing like that.
lot, man.
The good is better, and the bad isn't as bad.
Right.
You know?
And
we're
I don't have to
making
get
it.
high to deal with it.
Nah, like getting high, like, you know, all these things that have been happening lately, high ups, relationships amazing, the job's amazing,
Yeah.
tragedy, right? Like community weird stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like we hang out in rooms full of sick people,
Right.
right? Like all of a sudden a little gossiping and all that stuff. It's like, how dare you say that about me? Who am I?
Right.
Right? No matter what is going on, I don't have to do a hot rail.
Right.
Right? I've never done a butt rocket, so
Oof, thank God. It gets, you think things get weird? It gets really weird then. Just saying.
just saying. But you know, like, yeah, there's no more need for substances
Right.
to alter how I feel, right? And it's especially crazy in this day and age because it's so easy to find something that'll give you a little relief. You know?
For sure.
Like people have been desensitized to a lot of different substances. And I 100% understand a lot more than I did before.
Yeah.
I can't say that I get it all, right?
We don't know everything.
What I do, I don't know everything. Yeah. And now I just said that on camera and on the microphone and everything. And my Facebook is going to blow up with, you said it.
You said it.
Mark this day.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know everything.
So Mercy Center, reentry, outpatient. Let's just talk a little bit about that.
So we're a trauma-informed IOP.
Okay.
Right? We're focused on trauma and getting to the underlying issues.
Right.
Like, typically the disease manifests from something that we're feeling inside, right?
We need to peel back them layers.
Yeah, and it's just another layer to the onion. Like by the time they get to us, we're stepping down from the prisons, from the jails, even from, residential, right? If you got a little bit of sober time behind you, then we could get under the hood and start working some stuff out.
For sure.
Like we have 3 clinics, 1 in Tempe, and 2 in North Phoenix, right? Like we do offer the supportive housing, right, component to it. And we've been able to do some amazing things, like we're helping people to get jobs, right? Build resumes, like find their path, right? And not just about jobs, right? A person needs a career, right? A job is where I'm going just to pay the bills. A career is where I'm going to build a future, right?
Build a future, absolutely.
They're getting reunited with their children, right? Like we're offering peer support, mentorship, right?
Nice.
Like one-on-one counseling, and just the coaching
trauma
these
therapy.
people. Yeah, trauma therapy. Coaching these people that are coming out. Because I didn't know anything when I came out.
Right.
Like I didn't know anything about paying bills on time or credit or, like setting goals.
Right.
Right?
For sure.
Like I've actually just started to create some of these little worksheets for this mentorship thing. And it's weird. Like I'm actually using my brain all the time. Right. Like, and I'm just thinking of these ideas, and I'm driving down the street, like asking my chat, like, hey, can you create a worksheet like this? And, with ChatGPT, like, no, you're unstoppable.
Yes.
I could take over the world, me and Chat.
Listen.
Chat isn't my sponsor, though.
Right.
It's important
to recognize that. But he will sponsor the shit out of you if you let him. I'm just saying.
Right? It might get a little bit weird.
I have to, when there's things that I am at, like a stop sign, and I will ask ChatGPT, can you please tell me how to deal with this situation?
It's a tool.
It is,
right?
For sure.
And then we feed it so much of ourselves, it actually knows us probably a lot better
Have
than
you
our
asked it
close
who
friends.
Tony Johnson is?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I asked it to keep it raw.
Right.
And real.
And it really does break
Told
it down.
me straight up.
Yeah.
Made life-changing decisions because of it. Hold on a second. You might be onto something. But it was real though, right?
For sure.
But I mean, I talked to my sponsor like for the real
Absolutely.
stuff, right? Like I have several sponsors. I have a therapist, Dr. Joe. He's amazing.
Yeah.
He's been working with me 3 years pro bono. That's God,
That's
right?
God.
Like
For sure.
I have a therapist that I could call at any time to go and process trauma, right?
Right.
Like I'm still really close to Marnie,
Yeah.
She was the first clinical director I had. I could reach out to Marnie. Marnie, I'm going
loves
through
you
this
so much. Yeah.
right? Like Yolanda, right?
For sure.
Like the mother of dragons.
Yeah.
Like, like I could ask her any question, she'll show me how to figure it out.
Right.
We were just talking about that yesterday. Like, she won't just give me the answer, right?
She wants to show you and walk you through it.
Well, what do you think about this? Or
Right.
how about if you look at it this way? Bruh, I just asked you a question. Will you just answer it?
Right.
Like, God, like
But she
Master
wants you to
Jedi.
work for it too, like not just hand it to you on a silver
Well, you
platter.
teach a man to fish.
For sure.
Right? Like, you give a man a fish, he'll eat for today. You teach a man to fish, he can eat forever, you know? And these are the things that I'm most grateful for, right? Like my new extended family, right? Like,
Sure.
it's really amazing.
Yeah.
We started a sober living company. Me and
Let's
Justin
talk
Frakes.
about that.
Elevated Purpose, Sober Living,
Let's
right?
go.
And it's this amazing ride, like, and both of us started out in that environment, right?
North Unit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming from North Unit to New Freedom, he was at Sanctuary or New Method, right?
Right.
And we've been doing admissions all these years, and we're creating a safe place where people can come and be comfortable.
Right.
Like the houses aren't all beat, right?
How many houses do you guys have now?
We only have one.
One. That's okay, though. Listen.
But it's one more than we had
Right.
a few months ago, right?
Absolutely.
We're working on the next one right now.
And it's legit.
Legit.
You know,
And
you're
this,
not flying
this is
under
important, right? Like, that's very important for me to keep my integrity and my morals and my character intact, right? And it's also like I'm not taking a shot at anyone else, right? Like, I know for me, if I start to do things that are weird, I'll start getting sick.
Yeah.
Because in my alcoholic mind, right? Like, I'm like, if I'm gonna sneak around in the shadows, why wouldn't I just start selling drugs again?
Right.
Do something I know, right?
For sure.
Like, and I don't know everything about everything. I can't say it enough, right?
Right.
But me personally, I'm just doing my best to be in a spot where I can keep my integrity intact. It's the Game of Thrones out there.
For sure.
You know?
For sure. And we've talked about this many times, you know?
Yeah.
For sure. So elevated purpose, you got a house and you're just dealing with guys though.
Yeah, only guys right now. Like,
Do you think that you'll open a women's facility or a women's house too?
Eventually,
Okay.
yeah. Like, it's just, man, girls are hard.
Yeah.
Like, but I have like my superhero for women.
Yeah.
Like, so if I have any problems, I reach out to Linda Dodson and she'll handle any girl problems I have.
I
right?
got you.
And it's not girl problems.
Right.
It's just that, you know, I don't know the first thing about, you know, women housing with children. There's all kinds of components that I just don't know yet and understand, you know. But one thing about it, and actually I got it from Ian, is I'm overcoming that stuff, right? Like, I got an ego problem I'm overcoming. I got a wellness issue I'm overcoming, right? And I'll never forget when he told me, like, you know, your decisions just aren't as shitty anymore, right? Not all the time.
Not all the time.
You know, sometimes I make mistakes. Sometimes I'll get out of character.
Right.
Like, you know.
And then you'll reel it back
I'll reel it in.
Making amends.
And we've never, and I hate that. Hate's a strong word.
I understand.
Like, I don't want to have to come back and make an amends to you, so I'm going to do my best to treat you fairly. Right?
For sure.
But I will, though, if I have to. And I'll do it right away if I owe you one. Right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, that's what this is all about.
Right.
You know? And I never would have got here without you and all my supporters.
Love you, bro.
All the people that really love me.
Right.
The people that have been my light, you know?
Right.
And that's what I was praying about before the podcast. God, thank you for allowing me to carry this light.
For real.
Help me to relate to one of these dudes out there that are like me, right? And show them that recovery really is possible.
For sure.
Right? It's okay to fail. It's okay to cry sometimes.
Right.
Don't do it all the time, right?
Don't make it
Like,
weird.
Don't just, don't make it weird, right? Don't just start at the grocery store. Nobody wants to see that, right?
It's fine.
But if it happens, it is what it is,
Yeah.
you know? 'Cause
Well, before we close, like if somebody is struggling and you know they hear this and they want to reach out to you, where can they find you?
you can find me on social media, Tony Johnson. You can call my phone number. It's 480-238-2282. I think, like, if you buy an Obama phone these days, my number's just programmed into it. Right? Like, you can call me anytime, day or night. Like, if I miss your call, don't get mad at me.
Right.
Like, you know, please.
We
right?
are
just
human.
text me.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if you leave a voicemail, I might not ever hear it.
Right.
Like, but you could text me or you can hit me up on social media or, you know, whatever you need to do, but don't suffer.
Right.
Right? Don't sit there and suffer by yourself. You know, like that's not what this is about, you know? Like, just one thing I could leave everybody was just treat people how you want to be treated.
Please, God.
I can't say it enough. Just
For
treat
sure.
people how you want to be treated.
Especially what's going on in the world right now. Like, where is the compassion and the empathy? You know? Like,
You know, I have a hard time even watching the news.
I can't even
I don't
do
know
it.
what's real.
Right.
Like,
I agree.
what's real, what's not
What's
real.
not
so,
real,
you know,
for
she'll
sure.
watch the news and she's like, you need to stay up on current events. I'm like, why? Who's telling the truth? I don't know. I'm just going to talk to God. He's going to let me know what I need to do.
For
right?
sure.
Because if it all ends tomorrow, right, I think I'm okay now.
Right.
Like, you know, all I could do is just hope that when I do finally lay down to take my final dirt nap and I wake up in the great beyond, I'll walk up to God and he might be shaking his head like, ooh.
You almost didn't make it.
You started off a little rough, right? See my pops,
right?
my mom, family members.
For sure.
And just see them proud.
Yeah.
I hope they are.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
And
even like I said, just a year from now, or a year from, before, like.
It's been 4 years since we met, and all of the things that happened in these 4 years, I swear in recovery, we age in dog years.
Yeah.
Like, I believe our souls age in dog years in recovery.
For sure.
Because literally every day we do something to better ourselves.
For sure.
Can you remember the last day you didn't do a single thing to improve yourself?
It's been a while.
And typically humans, like, they don't just wake up like, well, let me get connected to God and see who I can help.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And I see you everywhere now. Like, you're like the poster child for recovery in general. Right?
I'm trying, dude.
On billboards and posters and TikTok and Instagram, everywhere. I'm like, dang, do you ever sleep?
Barely.
What do you do? How do you take care of yourself? How do you maintain?
I mean, honestly, a lot of prayer right now. I spread myself so thin, but this is what's kept me sober for these last almost 8 years. So, and, just loving people where they're at. There's a lot of sick people in this world, and we got a lot of haters and a lot of people that, it sucks. It really does, especially because we live out loud. You know what I mean? We recover out loud.
Well, and you can sit there and you can give someone all the love and they'll find some bad in it.
Right.
Right? And turn it all the way around. And then I get hurt.
Right.
Because I'm a human. Right? I could say like, oh, I'm impervious to all that. Like I'm on this different plane, right? No, I suffer from the human condition. When you try to hurt me, sometimes it hurts, right? And then I might even lash back out at first. Like it's just.
And then I'm gonna reel it back in and be like,
yeah,
they're still sick.
Sick as, gee,
yep. Yeah.
God, man.
Yep.
All the love in the whole world, but I love you.
I love you too, brother.
I'm very grateful for you, and I'm super proud of you.
Thank you.
And what you've done so far.
Thank you.
It's a hell of a show, isn't it?
It is. We're going to make it more weird,
Super.
More weird. Well, if you are struggling and you need help, you can always reach out to us at thecrossroadsinc.org. We also have our corporate office, 2002 East Osborne Road. We take all insurances, all commercial insurance, no insurance. So if you're struggling, reach out. We can help. And if we can't help, we're going to find somebody to help. So again, thanks for coming in. Thanks for showing that this program really does work. And I love you so much.
Thank you, Mrs. Day.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Crossroads.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Recovery on Air, the official podcast of Crossroads Addiction Rehabilitation, with your host, Christin Day. Join us next time as we continue our candid discussions about addiction and recovery. Listen 24/7 anytime to this or any of our shows online at starworldwidenetworks.com or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.